The old clockmaker lived alone. Well, not entirely alone. He had his cat, Jasper. Jasper had been his companion for many years. They were the best of friends. The clockmaker loved Jasper dearly. The years had been kind to the clockmaker, but they had not been so kind to Jasper. The cat was very old. He was also very sick. The clockmaker hated to see his friend suffer. He wished there was something he could do. One day the clockmaker had an idea. It was a dangerous idea, a magical idea. He would build a clock, not just any clock. This clock would rewind time, but it would only rewind time for Jasper. The clockmaker worked tirelessly. He poured all his love for Jasper into the clock. Finally, it was finished. It ticked with an otherworldly hum. The clockmaker was afraid, yet hopeful. He was about to tamper with the very fabric of time. He hoped he wasn't making a terrible mistake. The clockmaker held Jasper close. The cat purred weakly. With a deep breath, the clockmaker turned the hand on the clock. The air crackled with energy. The room filled with a blinding light. Then, everything went quiet. Jasper meowed, a youthful sound. The clockmaker's heart leaped. It had worked. Jasper was young again. He jumped from the clockmaker's lap. He chased his tail, full of energy. The clockmaker laughed. He hadn't seen Jasper so playful in years. As the days passed, the clockmaker noticed small changes. Sometimes he couldn't remember where he put his tools. Other times, the teacups in his cupboard would be different. He brushed these oddities aside. He was just getting old, he told himself. The joy of having a young and healthy Jasper outweighed any concerns. They went for walks in the woods. Jasper chased butterflies. The clockmaker felt less lonely with his friend by his side. Jasper grew old again, and sick. The clockmaker knew what he had to do. With a heavy heart, he rewound the clock once more. Jasper was full of life again. But the world outside the clockmaker's workshop grew stranger. The seasons were out of order. Snow fell in summer. Flowers bloomed in winter. People the clockmaker had known his whole life no longer recognized him. They looked at him with blank eyes. It was as if he had been erased from their memories. One day the clockmaker went to the market, or at least where the market used to be. It was gone, vanished. When he asked the other villagers, they looked at him strangely. "There's never been a market here," one woman said. The clockmaker felt a chill. It was as if the world itself was unraveling, thread by thread. He realized the truth with a sickening certainty. His clock was not just rewinding Jasper's time. It was unraveling the very fabric of existence. The clockmaker sat in his workshop. Jasper, old and frail, slept peacefully in his lap. Tears welled up in the clockmaker's eyes. He stroked Jasper's fur, soft as always. He had to make a choice. Keep rewinding time for Jasper. Watch the world disappear around him, or let go. Let nature take its course. Say goodbye to his dearest friend. Preserve the world, even if it meant living in it alone. The clockmaker looked at the clock. It hummed, tempting him, promising him more time with Jasper. But at what cost? He knew what he had to do. The clockmaker gently picked up Jasper. He held him close, whispering his love and apologies. Outside the world was strange and fading, but it was still there, and he had to let go, for both their sakes.